Hello, 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 my friends. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna do something a little fun. Hopefully, that's what we're aiming for. And you can tell that it's more relaxed because I'm wearing these big, goofy headphones that look silly, but they're more comfortable. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, what we're gonna do today, I've called it the Break-ins Book Party. So I'm gonna be joined by a few different members of the Break-ins, and we'll see what we do. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good time. That's what we're doing tonight. Yeah. So without any further ado, ba-bum. All right. Right now I'm joined by Rob and Isaac. There might be more folks joining me a little bit later. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Rob, why don't you introduce yourself, and then Isaac, and anyone in the chat, please introduce yourself. Say hi.
Hey, I'm Rob Lee. I'm the author of Pathlighter, and this is my debut epic fantasy novel, and I'll also be having a novella drop in later this year called Performances of a Death Metal Bard.
Nice. Hey, Herman, what's up, bud? Thanks for dropping in.
Hey, Herman.
Isaac,
Congrats on the cover reveal.
Right. Yeah, we saw that, Herman. I really like that cover, man. That thing looked pretty good. And I'm excited for that.
Follow for Herman, and I was like, "Wow, that is really nice."
All right. Isaac, go ahead and introduce yourself, please, sir.
Sure. I'm Isaac Hill. I'm the author of the upcoming The Dragon Legion, which is a lot of thes, which would be a first in a fantasy series called the Sunborn series.
The Dragon Legion. I love it. Right. Thank you for asking me to be a part of your cover reveal. That was very fun. I enjoyed it.
I got to show my wife the book trailer that you did, and it was like I was gleeful. Let's put it that way.
that makes my day. Nice. So how many dragons are there in the Dragon Legion, bud? we're gonna start with that.
I always say to Sam, as many as King Edward had in his army.
This is the perfect answer. I love it. Not Daenerys, King Edward. Yeah.
Did he have dragons?
Did he? Was there? Wait a minute. That's funny. All right. So yeah, hey, we got one more. What's up, buddy?
How we doing, Jonathan?
We're doing pretty well. How you doing, Jonathan? We're just going around doing introductions, so go ahead and introduce yourself, please, Jonathan.
I am Jonathan Weiss. I am an Australian science fantasy author with a devastating accent, as you can hear. And my books are in the Flux Catastrophe series and the First High Thero series.
The only thing devastating about you is how handsome you are, dude.
Oh, thank you very much. Very kind of you.
That's going to set the tone for the night like that. Yep.
Yeah, we're doing that kind of a stream.
And yeah, we're doing that kind of a stream. What time is it for you, bud?
It is 11 a.m.
So okay, yeah, not so
very, very friendly hour for me.
Yeah. But this is one of the fun things about the Break-ins. We got people literally all over the world. The not so secret international society, the Break-ins, where again, and if you're not familiar with the Break-ins, it's just a group of a bunch of debut authors, either debuting either this year or next year, or whenever I actually get to it. We'll see,
You'll get that.
But yeah, we're all helping each other out. But yeah, tonight we're just here for shenanigans. We're here for a good time, not a long time. That's what we're doing tonight. So, all right, yeah, and the only rule we have for tonight, and you, our fair viewers, need to participate as well, is if you're this is our rule. Anytime anyone mentions Ryan Cahill, you have to drink. That's the rule.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's right.
I think I might borrow from Bibliotheory and have a beer tonight. That might be my thing.
Nice.
It'd be really funny though if
Go ahead.
he just showed up on one of our streams and was like,
"Oh my god."
Yeah.
If he ever did that, do we have to drink every time he's in the comments? I think that's a rule.
I think we have to finish our drink if he shows up.
If he shows, yeah. If he actually shows up, we have to.
That would be brutal.
All right. Mike says the Break-ins. Who are they? We don't know. But he said that after I think I did my intro, so I think he's joking. Plus, I know from the SFF insider thing that Mike's energy is very much the two old men from the Muppets.
Oh, I love
Right?
that.
That's Mike, and that's Ro. Yep, tequila shots all around.
Oh god.
Wait, who's Ryan Cahill? All right, well,
Dave.
thanks for that, bud. We'll just go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Never heard of him.
I
We'll
love
be
that
very hydrated by the end of this.
Mike and Ro know exactly the names of the two dudes. That makes my day. And thank you guys both for hanging out and being here. I gotta tell you guys, like, before we all got online, I was like, dragon butt for two reasons. Number one, I have two children, and my 3-year-old is definitely a three-nager now, and she's like, she's grown. So Isaac's the other father in this group right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old are your kids, Isaac?
I just have the one little girl, and she's 10 months old right now. But she can sling a little bit of tude.
A little bit of tude, right? 10 months old, and you're able to release a book. God bless you, dude. I don't know how you do it. All right.
I don't know. I wrote it before she was born, so it's fine.
Yeah. 10 months old, and this is the first time he's looked at it again.
We'll see about book 2.
Yeah. The other thing, can I tell you guys, I've been playing way too much Helldivers 2. I don't know if you guys have seen that game.
Oh,
I
but I
wanna
keep
play that.
I don't have a read that can run it.
I keep losing sleep to it. It's like it's not sustainable. Hey, we got Joshua, we got
Hey, Josh.
Bo. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Oh, that's
Somebody
awesome.
else mention Ryan and his last name so that I can start my beer, please. Yeah, but Helldivers 2, it like yeah, Jonathan, you were saying you want to, and Rob, it has such a fun dynamic to it. I don't want to stay on this topic too long, but I'm addicted to spreading democracy. Yeah. Like it has so much personality. You load the game and like you're doing the tutorial, and it's like, I'm this old gruff dude and I'm not easily impressed. And then you just like leap and jump and go under a machine gun fire, and he's like, great job, I'm impressed. Like just all sorts of like stupid stuff like that. There it is. It says chug. All right, now we have to drink. All right.
Thank you, Bo.
We'll play
So,
the drinking
I
game
always
with
think
us.
the premise is like
Uh-huh.
Red Rising. So like I have to like do like a little circuit break, like he's not talking about mining helium, he's talking about something else. Like, oh yeah, Helldivers, right?
Right. No, yeah, it definitely feels like Starship Troopers. Like, but with like they turn satire up to like past 11 up to 13. It's just yeah. It's
Their
a good
jam.
time. Yep.
I've also heard
Anyway.
that that's one of the few like live games out there that actually like has a DM. Like he comes up with the like challenges and the
Yep.
not necessarily dungeons or whatever, but yeah, that's
kind of the story of it, right?
Cool to me.
Right? Yeah. So everyone is participating in this galactic war, and right now you're playing against two different sides. And there's like these bugs that are very much Starship Troopers, and then there's like these robots that are sort of like Terminator, and also just like a little bit of Warhammer. Maybe they're like the one of them look really Warhammerish to me, and they've got like chainsaw arms and that sort of thing. That feels very Warhammer. But anyway, so the DM like gives what's called major orders, and everyone participates. One of the most recent ones was that we had to kill 2 billion bugs in a day. And actually, no. 2 billion bugs in 6 days. 6 days. And we managed to do it. I think it overcounted, but whatever. We managed to do it, at least according to the count, in 13 hours.
Wow. Damn.
People love this game. Yep. Isaac's like, you guys shot 2 billion things? Yeah, that's right. I did. I'm fucking proud of it. All right.
Democracy moves fast.
Democracy moves fast. That's right. Anyway, so have you guys been played any video games lately? I want to talk about that, and then I figure, well, I want to ask you guys too. I want to get back to video games, and maybe Warhammer too, Jonathan. I don't know if you guys wanted to do bad book pitches. Do you feel like doing that later tonight? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. All right. I want to talk kind of general news about book launches. I think someone has a book coming up soon. Right. And we were just before we went live, we were mentioning like typos, and I think there's definitely opportunity to talk about like funniest typos we've ever seen in a book, in any book. Because like I've definitely seen typos in trad pub books that have gone forever. Then we can talk a little bit about favorite books, and otherwise we can just like bullshit about and do things like like this. Wait. Wow. Yep. Have little fun sounds while we go. I might have to adjust the volume, but anyway, that's the vibe for tonight. That's what I'm going for. So
Nice.
yeah. All right, video games. Okay, hell, would have done it in 6, and Santa would have been done. Are we nice? True. All right, thank you.
You're gonna go through that beer very fast.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it tonight. Like, I mean, like I said, I was like, I don't know. It's been a day, so I deserve a beer. Damn
You
it.
deserve it.
Definitely.
That's
it's
right.
Monday.
Yeah. Plus, it's 5 o'clock somewhere or something like that. Anyway.
Which has like a really interesting meaning for us because it's like sometimes I forget today is tomorrow in Jonathan
Yeah.
land. It's like, oh right.
Tuesday for me at the moment. I'm living in the future.
It'd be weird if we had a beer right now.
Yeah.
You say weird, I think awesome. No, like
Yeah.
you do mimosa, right?
Yeah, probably.
Bloody
I could do a
Mary?
Bloody Mary.
There you go.
Don't have the stuff in the house for it.
Like, what's your all-time favorite, Nick? Like, if you had to pick like an all-time favorite video game, because like someone asked me that recently. What's your go-to all-time?
That is a good question. The first thing that pops in my mind is okay, so listen, like a lot of the games that oh man, now I'm debating the answer I was going to give. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 answers. The games that I play kind of to socialize, right? Like I play with my brother, I play with some friends. Some of my best gaming memories are with this game Left 4 Dead. Any of you play Left 4 Dead?
Oh yeah.
Right?
I played clones of it after it was done.
I love that we're getting answers in the chat too. Thank you. Darko, right? What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Last of Us, good Sean Con. Witcher 3, I feel it. Bloodborne.
Classic.
All right. Yep. Right. But Left 4 Dead was like a squad-based shooter where you're just playing against zombies and just trying to survive. And I have lots of fond memories playing that with my brother and my cousins, some other friends, and just having those hunters jump on your face and go, ah! And then your friend would save you. It was good times.
Oh, they didn't save you all the time. Hell, most of the time they wanted to watch you kind of suffer in that. It's too funny.
I have better friends than you.
Yeah, probably if they're saving you. Yeah.
No. What was some of your guys' favorites too? Isaac, you asked the question.
Isaac, yeah,
Sure.
you jump in there.
So I think it's 2 parts. Like, so I was thinking about what you just said, and so like GoldenEye. Just
solid.
I loved GoldenEye. Like it made
Solid.
my day.
Mm-hmm.
Played for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like at my mom's house, we always we had the N64 plugged in forever until it disappeared. Don't know where it is. And then as I grew up, people used to bring their Xboxes over and we'd play Horde on multiple Xboxes on multiple multiple screens. And we'd just play Horde until whatever o'clock in the morning and go to sleep and do it again in the morning. Nice.
I want to hear in chat too, guys. Sound off of what your favorite games were when you were young. Not that, yeah, GoldenEye was good. I was thinking about this too. Like, somehow I was thinking about when World of Warcraft came out. I played the shit out of World of Warcraft, right? But that was 20 damn years ago, and Caden was 6, so that young man, right? He has no idea how awesome it was to walk into Orgrimmar,
But the first time in proper kind of vanilla as well, right?
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, good times.
Oh. Yeah, we're doing favorite video games right now, Tim McKay. Well, hit me with your favorite all-time and then favorite while you were a kid. Ocarina of Time. Knights of the Old Republic. Good choices.
That's good.
I have Knights of the Old Republic on my phone because I never played through it, but I want to play through it, and now it's available on the phone. I'm like, I should do this, but Street Fighter 2. Oh, gee.
Nice.
There's this dude, Smooth McGroove. He's on YouTube. Don't leave now, but look him up later. But he does like the whole Guile theme. He goes ba 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 ba. But he does like 20 tracks of him doing that sort of thing, and it sounds so good. Like you got to check it out later.
Nice.
Indiana Jones, Fate of Atlantis, good stuff. Secret of Mana. Oh my god, love
Secret
this.
of Mana is great.
Yep. All right, Jonathan, hit me with some childhood favorites.
Childhood favorite, Command and Conquer Red Alert 2, without a single doubt.
Yes.
God damn, I still play it. I still
Yes.
spin it up and play it if I can. It's just perfect as a game. Like it's just the right amount of kind of vague absurdity in this weird kind of Cold War setting, where it's just like, yeah, it's just Soviet Union still fighting the Allies. You can have tanks with 2 cannons on them. You can have tanks that shoot lasers and stuff. It's sick. I think favorite game nowadays. It's really tough. Look, I suck a lot of hours into Starfield, but it was just hero reporting.
Very good. Right.
I stuck a lot of hours into Starfield, but I don't think that can be my favorite one because eventually I was just like, oh, it is just cut and paste, isn't it? I think in recent memory, I had a lot of fun with the Stalker games. So Shadow of Chernobyl, Clear Sky, and Call of Pripyat. I'm just really, really pumped for Stalker 2 to come out. Hopefully, eventually, we're actually getting it this year.
Oh, word. Nice. Duke Nukem. Oh, man.
Ooh,
Classic.
good choice.
Right? Good choice.
Nice one.
Good Killer Instinct. Oh man, we're getting some like so, the other. I almost forgot. And your Red Alert made me think. My other like top game all time, StarCraft 2. Played so much StarCraft 2. So StarCraft 2, when you got on it like really early too, it was StarCraft 1 was so big in Korea that like that's whole kind of like vibe and community really rubbed off, and there was like it was you had to start your game and say good luck, have fun, and you had to like end and say good game at the end, or otherwise people would just like actually be mad at you for not having good manners. It was and I kind of like that the community was actually like nice and polite, and you know, like it really it's a good game. I love the siege tank units and that sort of stuff. Good stuff. Rob, your turn. Favorite games?
Favorite childhood game? Definitely Doom 2. Play it on that old Windows 95 computer all live long day. It was just so simple. You know, a bunch of demons in your way of the exit. You gotta, grind them all into a mushy paste.
Figure it out. Yeah.
You gotta figure it out. Find all the keys. Do all that. Nowadays, I'm getting a lot into fighting games, specifically Mortal Kombat. So, hoping someday soon to get my hands on Mortal Kombat 1 once all of the invasions or DLCs are in the game, because I don't want to wait for any of them. So, it's been a good time. I'm definitely I like Scorpion, but usually I'll just go for whoever's like the new person in every game.
There you go.
Nice.
Over here, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Get your fatalities on. Friendship.
Yep. Pause like every 5 seconds to look at the move list and everything.
Oh man, yeah.
Wait. Okay, got it. Yeah. So your 10-month-old must be too young to play, but my 10-year-old, one wonderful joy is just schooling him in Mario Kart.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Every parent's dream.
Right. Don't let him have a chance, man. He's not going to win that race. No. But yeah. I've played some other games with him, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, no, it's fine. Come. Just like he destroys me. All right, that's fine. Oh yeah. Roller coaster time. Oh yeah. Oh man. I definitely played a good bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's good to know. Hey, Kay. No worries, not being able to say long. Thanks for saying hi.
Okay.
Kay, while you have a minute, I don't know if you're much of a video gamer at all, but if you've played video games at all ever, what's like your favorite? I want to hear before you run off. That's what we're starting with right now. Also, Kay. Well, no, I won't put you on the spot with like favorite book. I know that's too hard. That's too hard of a question.
Too hard.
I can't do that to you. But I will do it with the video game. Just any game. We're talking about fun ones that we played while we were young too. That's good times. And Tim says I need to play Knights of the Old Republic like immediately. I know that you guys had visceral reactions to that one. Have you all played Knights of the Old Republic?
I have. It's been a
I
while.
haven't actually. I've heard great things, but I never got to.
See, same. Rob, you played it?
Yeah, I did. I also dipped my toes into just the Old Republic, like the big online multiplayer one too.
Word. Nice. Next time my 10-year-old destroys me in a game, have him play Plasmophobia, the scary game, and laugh as he screams from the jump scare. You're a monster, Bo, and I love it. Love it. There's this streamer that I've watched before named Day9. He was big in Ryan knows him. Ryan knows him from StarCraft. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for being here, man. So he has like a whole video of him like on Halloween playing Amnesia, some scary game called Amnesia. And every time something scary, he legit goes like screams like a little girl. And I kind of want to do that someday. Maybe it would be fun to do with my boy. Oh, nice. Oh, Halo Reach with a friend every other week. Respect, Kay. Respect.
That'd be so good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Respect. That's what's up. That's like I was saying early on how with games for me, a lot of times it's kind of a social thing to be able to play with my brother, especially. So I play I'll play a D&D every other week with him and a few other friends, and then like a video game with him on all the alternating weeks. So you're speaking my language.
Did anyone watch Halo?
No.
Oh.
But I just heard nothing good about it. I didn't even try.
Well, I guess I'll stop there.
No,
Really?
did you like
no.
it? Did you like it? I'm assuming you thought it was
Fantastic.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I can be swayed.
Yeah. See,
It's
the
I'm here
thing,
for a good time.
I probably would have given it a shot if it wasn't on Paramount Plus. I wasn't going to sign up on Paramount Plus just for it. Tim disagrees. Shots fired.
All right,
It's
them
okay,
fighting
Tim.
words.
But,
I already got my 8 hours of enjoyment out of it. It's fine.
there you go. What go ahead, Jonathan.
Oh no, sorry.
That's all you know. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
My bad. There's been a bunch of adaptations lately. There's of course the Fallout, right? And there's different the Barbie movie adapted from a toy, which I guess now they're trying to do all sorts of toy-based things, which I think is ridiculous. Anyway, what's some favorite adaptations lately, and what are some not favorite adaptations? What do you think, Rob? What's an adaptation that you've seen? Did you see the Fallout stuff?
I haven't seen the Fallout stuff, but I'd like to. I know that's having a moment right now. People are really enjoying it. I mean, the one that springs to mind is definitely like Dune 2. Dune Part 2 was fantastic adaptation. And I was going to say, I just the other day tuned into on Netflix was the Hunger Games movies, and I went back and watched them just because I hadn't seen them since they came out in like 2012, 2013 or something like that. First one, not that great. I didn't like it on second watch because there's they just don't know how to edit. Like it's cut so disorientingly so fast that like it seems like they're just trying to cut around a tiny budget. Like they don't have the budget to like make an actual good movie, so they just have to like do rapid cuts and shaky cam. But second movie, you can tell they got a lot more money, and so that's where they got like a good director and Francis Lawrence, and so that's where I'm at right now. The first couple hundred, the second one, good, better than I
Nice,
remember.
nice.
Yeah, interesting.
Good stuff. Isaac, any thoughts? Any thoughts?
I feel like we're gonna do this all night, but I liked it personally. I was a huge fan. Like my wife and I actually rewatch like all of those old series every now and again. Like
Oh yeah.
we watched Hunger Games series like at Christmas, right after we rewatched all of the Harry Potters, which takes substantially longer now that we
Yeah.
are responsible for another human. But I always just enjoy it, maybe just for the nostalgia. Like, just feels nice.
Oh yeah. It was absolutely huge when that first movie came out. Like everyone was talking about it. Everybody.
Yeah. Good times. Okay. Yeah. Having to take care of another human really slows down. Yeah, right. Jonathan, adaptations or things that didn't hold up.
Oh yeah, well look, I mean, I've been watching the Fallout one.
Yeah.
I'm about halfway through that now, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. I've sunk a lot of hours into like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, so like they've got it laser accurate to what the show is. Sorry, to what the game is, and it's just a really cool thing to see. I'm just trying to think of one that didn't hold up. I don't think I have any off the top of my head. But yeah, like I don't know. I just can't stop thinking about the Fallout one. It's just perfect, you know.
Yeah, nice. Briefly, okay, shout out some books, which is interesting. I'm gonna have to add some stuff to my TBR here. But then the Drowned Kingdom saga stopped by and said, "Big congrats to the Breaking crew on all the tremendous success. Keep it going. All the best and have fun tonight." Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
kind
you.
of you. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone that's kind of hanging out. Appreciate it. And of course, Bo said Tim is choosing violence with all these hot takes. I agree.
It's okay,
But
Tim.
it's good.
I'm with it.
Yep, enjoying the Fallout show and have never played the game. Yeah, somehow I haven't played the games either. I'd probably enjoy them, but I feel like
it's a great time.
Right. I mean, Jonathan, I feel like your books are like a natural place for people who enjoy the show and the games to go to also, right?
Yeah, if you like your apocalyptic wastelands. I was gonna suggest to you, like, if you've never played the game, like pick up 76 because that's a good social one too. Like,
nice. Okay.
It had a rocky launch, but they really nailed kind of the social aspect of it. You know, loved it a lot.
Nice. Briefly, couple new faces around. So if you haven't yet, please give me that like and subscribe because it helps with the channel. And I'm required to say that, legally obligated by being on YouTube. But just tell us, Jonathan, a little bit more. Like, I mean, if you're a fan of Fallout, what elements are we going to find in your books that are also in Fallout? Let's plug the book for just a second, Jonathan. I'm going to get this clear.
Yeah, look, so if you like Fallout, if you like kind of the secrets and stuff that you find in all the vaults and the bunkers and stuff buried away, you'll definitely like some of those elements in my books too.
Nice.
If you like kind of just, big desert wastelands, big sand dune swept cities, you're going to love this too. Yeah, and just the violence, just brutal violence too. Fallout does a really good job of that. I hope I'm doing a similarly good job of that. And yeah, agreeing with Ryan, yeah, that Fallout show, geez, they don't, like in that first episode, they're really showing you what they're about.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Very
all right.
Violent.
Good to know.
Very
Don't watch that
faithful,
with the kids. Good to know.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right. Noted. Can I tell you briefly one thing that did not hold up? I loved the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
Oh yeah.
The live action, like Shredder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. They were ninja, rap, go. I mean, I was there for it, dude. But then I watched it like a couple years ago, and I was like, oh boy.
Not great.
I wish I had like just kept the memories and not sullied them.
The puppet that they used for Splinter was terrifying. Just so scary.
Did you find it scary at the time, or more so as an adult?
Oh no, more as an adult. I definitely found it more scary. Yeah.
Right. I feel like when they came out, they were banging, but Probably also had to do with the fact that I was like 7. You know,
Yeah, it helps, I'd say.
I think the bar was a little bit lower.
And Caden was how old?
He was not even born.
Minus
Thanks. I'm
22
drinking
or
again.
something, I don't know.
Yeah, minus 22. You're right.
Well, I mean, I'm only a year or so older than Caden, so I probably wasn't around either when it came out.
Minus
Really?
21.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Hey, Shaggy Shepherd. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. We're just BSing. We're talking a little bit about favorite video games at one point. Let us know your favorite game. Caden was still swimming then. Yep. Dr. Love is in fact a baby. I thought he was going to join us tonight, so I'm definitely going to have to give us some crap about that later. But go ahead.
So I do have a question, and
Yes, sir.
Someone just brought up the Rings of Power. So let's go right in between it. Let's say,
Mhm.
what did you guys think about The Hobbit?
Okay.
I didn't watch it. That's what
Really?
I think about it.
Really?
I just didn't get around to it. I was working in a cinema at the time it came out. And so, like, I saw so many bits and pieces of it. I didn't really feel kind of drawn to actually sit down and watch the movie. So, like, I've seen a whole bunch of disconnected scenes. They look like good bits of cinematography, but I couldn't comment on the whole movie. So, yeah, that's my critical review of it.
Ro has opinions. Ro with the bringing in that old Muppet vibe again. Yep. Get off my lawn with that Hobbit crap.
Well, Unexpected Journey was fun and charming because it was basically just like a 1-for-1 adaptation of the book. It's where they tried to like blow it up and expand it into something that was more reminiscent of Lord of the Rings. If they would have just kept it like a small like children's story or something, it would have been 10 times better. If they would have had it as just like one movie or maybe 2.
I can see that. Like, that makes sense, right? Because it's like the storytelling kind of it wasn't as quality.
I think Tim's kind of largely agreeing. It was okay if a bit cartoonist, but the other two, yeah.
Before Peter Jackson was signed on to do that trilogy again, they originally had Guillermo del Toro signed on to direct just one movie. Like, if you imagine a Guillermo del Toro like Hobbit movie, would have been fantastic. I'm so excited for his Frankenstein movie that's coming out. I don't know, this year, next year, whenever that's happening.
Yeah. My feeling on the Hobbit movies, they're okay, but they're not like remotely close to. Let's see. I don't know if you can original see there
and the best. Yeah.
They're there, but it's hard to see. But I have the extended editions there. What's up, Bibliotheory? Thanks for hanging out, man.
Hey, how's it going?
Right. One movie. I agree with this take. I think if Peter Jackson had done one movie for The Hobbit rather than 3, there were more minutes of The Hobbit. Bro, we are getting everyone tonight. Christopher, what's up, man?
I think I know what 3/4 means, man. I know what's about to happen to you.
Bum, bum, bum. Nice. Yeah. The Hobbit movies. We're just if you're joining us now, thanks for joining us. Maybe hit that like and subscribe. But we're just BSing. We're having fun tonight. There's nothing, loosey goosey. But right, what an epic crowd! Thanks all for being here. Thanks for chatting. Feel free to kind of engage in our conversation. We're talking about the Hobbit movies and with the Peter Jackson Hobbit movies. They were okay, I thought, but there's more minutes of film than there are pages in the book, right? That's you don't need to do that. And Rings of Power, like I love the Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson movies. Watch the extended editions on the regular, and I started watching Rings of Power, and I got bored, and I didn't even finish the season.
Oh, no. Me too. Yep.
No.
How many episodes did you make it?
Like 4. And I've heard it kind of, like, okay, there's like a turning point there, but like, I mean, if it's not drawing me in that loves the other stuff, like, what are they doing? That was my take. What do you think, Jonathan? Did you watch any of it, or was that another?
Power either? Yeah, but I do agree with that kind of take of like, if it's not drawing you in, what's the point? Like, there's been a lot of shows which kind of like seem to have a big fan following of. Don't worry, it gets good after like season 3. And I'm like, why bother?
Yeah, season 3. Good lord. There are like book series where like people have that opinion, like the Cradle series by Will White. People are like, oh no, stick it until like book 3, and I read that series and I enjoyed it, but I didn't hate book 1, and I didn't get bored with book 1, but probably wouldn't have gotten to book 3 if I got super bored with book 1. But
Yeah.
Rob, Isaac, you want to chime in on your thoughts on Rings of Power?
I actually finished the season, and I don't know. I stuck around for it because I'd heard that it gets good after a certain episode, and then it was the sunken cost fallacy. I was like, I've already watched this many episodes, I might as well.
Yeah.
And there were some like bright spots, but I don't think it could shine through the hole. You know what I mean? Like the whole of it was not made better than the sum of its parts. So it's I don't know. It's unfortunate. I think that they might have made the season just a little too long if it were like a miniseries or something. So many shows they try and pad out a runtime of 8 episodes or 12 episodes or something when they may not have the muscle to back it up. So
Yep.
I don't know, that's kind of how I felt about the Obi-Wan show. If they would have made it, like a miniseries of 4 episodes or like a movie or something, then it potentially could have been really, really, really good because there were great moments there.
That's another one. I'm going to do my Jonathan ways now. I didn't watch Obi-Wan. I should have, but I really like Mandalorian though. That's my favorite Star Wars that's coming out right now.
That is the way.
My man. Right. Oh man, I love using this is the way GIF on all the Discords all the time. Good. Yeah. It's truth of that. I love starting. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. John, I know you're sharing. Yeah.
It's called. My wife calls it dad watching. So basically, like they'll start a show, and I'll be watching it, and I'll just kind of go.
Like when you're alone.
Right. You're alone. Watching it, I'll just be kind of like standing near the couch, walking past. I'll see it for a little bit and kind of slowly make my way, and then like, I'm hooked on it. I did that. I watched 3 Body Problem like that, and I really enjoyed it. I think I only watched about 40 minutes in total of the whole series, but I think I got the general gist of it.
I know what happens.
Really doing it justice like that, right?
Yeah.
A 10th of the show in arbitrary increments.
Well, I mean, you're an artiste, so like you understand.
Man, I can put it together. I get what they're getting at.
Broad strokes.
Yeah. Picking up what they're throwing down, right?
3.
Yeah.
I could count the bodies, and I knew there was a problem. Everything's good. It's the biggest show, the greatest. I love it. Gonna be fantastic.
You know what was crazy though? So we watched the show and then we looked up the story behind it and why it took so long to release. And there was like murder and poisoning and like it was wild. It's like what?
Yeah,
crazy, man.
What? Okay.
Yeah, there was like a legit like poisoning, or I don't know if the person like died from it or
like
what happened.
One of the actors, or
it's like an Agatha Christie novel of like murder and mystery. You're like,
what?
About a
There's
TV
like a
show?
producer or somebody, or like producer or director, someone was poisoned. Yeah.
It's like I thought it was like a spoof because I was like, oh, that's just like PR. No, it's real.
3 Body Problem production.
Just look up poison. Yeah, poisoning or something.
Mishaps.
3 Bottom. Poisoning? Like, are you what?
I'm glad to have derailed this conversation.
What? The day after the sci-fi drama 3 Body Problem premiered on Netflix, lawyer Zhu Yao was sentenced to death in China for poisoning the series' billionaire executive producer Lin Qi.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What? The bizarre Chinese murder plot behind Netflix three-body problem. This is on New York Times. Poisoned to death by a disgruntled executive. His attacker now faces the death penalty. Wow. What? So why was he Okay. This is
And
Yeah, I
this is by
didn't go that
the
deep. I just went, oof.
and this is by D&D, right? This show is like produced by them.
Oh, is it the guys that did Game of Thrones? That's you mean D&D?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Maybe them.
I'm not sure.
Oh, that was another good
If
adaptation.
that's
I
the
like
case,
D&D,
that's how
but
you
it's
know
very
that this
actually-
poisoning is real, because they wouldn't be able to write
Yeah.
that on their own. So you couldn't come up with a plot twist like that on their own.
Ooh. That's good.
That
That's good.
stings.
That's funny. All right, all
Fairly
right.
sure
Sounds
it
like
was them, yeah.
that's crazy. I mean, I can't imagine. But anyway, going back a little, Biblio Theory says Andor is probably the best thing since Disney took over, the best
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars thing. I haven't seen Andor, so I don't have an opinion on it, but I've heard good things.
It's good.
Jonathan says yes.
Yeah,
Isaac's gonna be like, I didn't like
haven't
it.
seen it either. Yeah.
Did you see it, Isaac?
I saw the first episode, didn't think it was that great. And I will say that
Ooh.
Stick around for season
Ro-
3. Let's take
every
That is-
time.
that's-
Rogue One was probably hands down one of my favorite films ever. So
Nice.
Rogue One, I think, is probably my favorite Star Wars movie right now. That was like
Mhm.
top notch. I thought. I'm like, I love it, and especially like
It's good
Vader
enough.
at the end. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
Come on. You know?
Mm.
Yeah, it's good enough that you like forget that it's a Star Wars movie at some point, which shouldn't be the bar.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I felt about Andor. Is like I was invested enough in the characters that I forgot that I was watching like a Star Wars thing until you see like Stellan Skarsgård like mowing down TIE fighters with absolutely zero expression on his face.
Mm.
But
Bibble.
Thank
Bibble
you.
says Rogue One amazing. Yep. A
absolutely.
man of good
Finally,
taste.
you guys are agreeing on something.
Yep. Yeah. Favorite is going to, but Vader at the. Yep. Where's my
must be
old
from Ontario.
Muppets? Where's my old Muppets, Mike and Ro? Go ahead and throw down like your dissenting opinion that I'm sure you've got. They're gonna be like, no, if you saw Star Wars the original in the theaters, that was clearly the best. You know, like, well, yeah, if you'd been there, yeah, but not all of us are ancient relics. You know.
I do remember going to oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Phantom
Yeah,
Menace.
in theaters. It was like a religious experience in my childhood.
It's coming
I remember-
back to theaters. It's 25 years old now. Going for the 25th anniversary. It's gonna be in theaters for a little bit.
Yeah,
Right.
the first
That-
time I saw two, like a dual lightsaber, my mind just popped out of my my soul left my
That's so
body.
good.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
good.
Yeah. I remember he holds it, and like, of course, and then, and I'm like, what? Yeah, and the fight scene with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul is probably the best part of that movie, right? I mean,
Mm.
it's
Mm.
good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, right? The of delight. Yep. Well, all right. If you're in the chat, sound off. Favorite Star Wars thing. We've heard a few. I like Andor, like the multiple POVs going on. Yep. Luke saw. Oh yeah.
That was good. That was
That
good.
sounded like Tim the Tool Man.
Hey!
over
Listen-
there, Nick.
Jar.
And I wish he
You
would have just
come
gone
here.
through with it.
Oh,
That's funny, man.
Andy,
Thanks for showing
I
up.
agree with you about Darth Maul.
Yeah.
God,
Oh, yeah.
such a cool character. I mean, like Clone Wars, they did a lot more with
Right.
him in Clone Wars, and Clone Wars was sick, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Such a cool
could've
character.
just
Should have used it more.
Gotten rid of Dooku. You get rid of Dooku. You let Maul and then have Anakin kill him at the start of Revenge of the Sith, and then most of your villain problem is fixed. You know.
Totally.
he's he's a friend from way back. He's here to support. He's not. I mean, the Darth Jar Jar is trolling, yes, but this is trolling too. Shooting at the thing. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're stormtroopers. It's what they do. They miss. All right. Let's do some bad book pitches, guys. All right, so bad book pitches.
Right.
Let's kind of cue this up. Here's what I got in mind. What you want to do is deliver, something that's technically true about your story that does a terrible job of actually pitching your story. So, perfect example, Taken is a story of a retiree getting his daughter back. Right? He's got a particular set of skills that are really good to get his daughter back. Yeah, reconnect.
I think reconnect sells it completely wrong.
Yeah. That's really good. Taken. I've got a particular set of skills to rekindle our relationship. All right. So who wants to start with a bad pitch for your book? And feel free to make it more than a sentence long,
Oh, yeah. No, I can go for it.
All right. What do you got?
I got. Hey, you know how Chernobyl was a really fun time?
I don't think many people would call it that, but
that's why it's a bad pitch.
Right. Nailed it.
Oh.
If you liked Chernobyl and you're waiting for round 2,
yeah.
Right? Radioactivity. Who doesn't want some of that? Yeah.
The HBO miniseries, the scene where I think they're briefing I think Gorbachev, and they're telling him what they've done and how they've gone. All right, now we've got the superheated radioactive stuff that's going to leak into the core of the Earth, and Gorbachev just goes, "You made lava." And yeah, the levity of it, I loved it.
Good news, you sold Bibble. He was.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Easy.
Right?
Maybe it's not a bad book pitch then.
Maybe, yeah. Does that make it actually a good book pitch? Yeah.
I think that's a win.
I think my pitch for Molten Flux is: did you like Mortal Engines, but did not enough people die in
it? If you like city-sized tanks and want lots of death, do I have the book for you? Huh?
That's it.
Yep. All right.
I'm not very good at this bad book pitch thing, man.
No, I like it. Rob, Isaac, you got one?
I got one.
Yeah.
This is where people stumble around in the dark for 400 pages.
Bravo.
Nice. I'm ready for that.
Yep.
What was that? Oh, that was page 300.
Yep.
That's actually really funny.
Right?
A lot of stubbed
like
toes. No one's feet are safe in the
Nope.
entire book.
Yeah. Damn, I really wish people had some way to light this path.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting the snort laugh out of that one.
Have you heard of
If only
Grimdark?
we had a pathlighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you see Isaac? What was that?
Oh, sorry. So you've heard of Grimdark. This is like Grim Not in the Dark.
Ah!
Oh,
Wait for it.
you got a button for this.
I got it, but I just need to find the stupid
Everyone
button.
pause.
Oh, come on.
You need a little soundboard button thing here.
There's kind of one, but I can't have it open and have the chat at the same time. So that's sort of a god damn it. The moment's gone. That's okay.
We're losing them. We're losing the crowd.
We're losing.
Let
Did
me
we
do-
ever have the crowd? I think we did. I mean, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's a decent crowd,
Yeah.
The
True. All right, Isaac. Your book's coming out in what? Was it 2 weeks? 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks. How you feeling, man?
The spelling mistakes keep rolling in. So.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they don't stop.
They do. Yep, they'll continue to.
Oh, it's the funniest experience because you're like, you put like, you know, umpteen hours into something and like you get help professionally and you're just like, how did we miss that?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. I found one where an entire sentence was repeated. Just
Oh,
no.
really?
I've
Wow.
typed it twice. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I've done it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's just, you know, it's a relic. And you're like, okay, well,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
here we are.
Yeah. Now it's a feature. No longer a bug.
Yeah.
Now it's a. So do you have a bad pitch for us for your upcoming book, The Dragon Legion, Isaac? Oh, The Dragon Legion. No dragons. Huh?
It's so true. It's like, I just
False
know
advertising,
the first
damn it.
review is going to be Sam. He's going to be like, I'm disappointed there's no dragons.
The Dragon Legion. Not a single winged creature, you know? Like,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
There we
my
go.
Bad, my bad pitch would be, do you want to hear about a broody teenager who's stubborn? This is the book for you.
Oh, man.
I just
Boy.
love how Canadian you got
Love
hitting
it.
that a boot too.
That's good. That's good.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
like
that's
yours, though.
that's a good pitch. Yeah.
Current
I mean,
awesome.
look, that's pretty much the Flux ones too. It is broody teenager that's stubborn, and oh no, they're doing things again. Oh shit.
They're doing things. They're doing. That's fucking. Gonna go back to Bo's bad pitch for Sam Paisley. Other break in The Elements of Time, a story about two boys traveling to a furry convention. Wah 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 wah. Woo.
I'm about
Yeah, we're gonna listen to that.
third into
Oh.
that book now. I'm so
Well.
excited for that to like finally make sense.
Yeah. No. I'm not exactly sure what Rose taught. I guess like his own book, but a couple takes in an orphan for the social services money, but lets him live with an abusive teacher most of the year.
Isn't that
Very
Harry
good.
Potter?
That might
It could be
actually. He
Harry
probably.
Potter.
I
Sorry.
don't think Dumbledore gives them any money though.
Yeah. There's no social services money.
Well, like to be fair to the Dursleys, they're not getting paid for this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Harry Potter. He's right. Yeah. No,
Maybe
you're right.
that's why
Yeah,
the
we should.
Dursleys were always in such a crappy mood.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
look at this fucking deadbeat kid. Jesus Christ. Pull your weight, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, look at Vernon, single income household. He's selling drills, which is dull already. And yeah, like, how do you bring home the dough? How do you do it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's good.
Yeah.
Go,
Not a whole lot of
Yeah,
innovation
rough
in
load,
the
man.
drills.
All right, Pharaoh, but like we're also talking, the version of England where there's Hogwarts. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. Well, plus, I
You can just
mean,
magic it up, man. Maybe Dumbledore did send him like galleons and stuff, and they're just like, this is worthless to me.
right. That's funny. Yeah, right. That's funny. Pitch to. Yep. Pitch to Warner Brothers. Vernon did nothing wrong. Smart.
It's true.
I mean, listen, he was just misunderstood. Yep. Speaking of England, always a social makes me think. I was talking with, I can't remember if it was Luis or if it was Greg Contaxis. We were talking about, or actually it might have been Baptiste. I think it was Baptiste recently. So he's originally French, but now lives in Japan. But we were talking about how, historical fiction is really interesting. He writes usually about like Asian fiction, and he has a latest book called Undead Samurai. Who doesn't like
title.
right? Right.
It tells you everything you want to know.
You
like,
do-
it's just
Yep.
right off the bat.
Yep.
I have my
Yep.
eye on that one for sure.
But as a Frenchman, he was like, yeah, I lived in Normandy, and there's Mont Saint Michel. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that close to right. But anyway, like it's castle kind of out in the sea, and like amazing. And I said to him, as an American, that sort of thing feels as fantasy as dragons. And he's like, no, that's my backyard.
Yep.
I remember the first time I traveled to Europe, I was looking around and I think we were at like a pub eating food. And I was like, man, this place is amazing. And they're like, it's a pub. And I was like, yeah, but it's 700 years old. And they were like,
Mm.
so what? And I was like, my country's 250. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Right?
Pub
Yeah.
speaking,
That's...
Oh, go on. Sorry, Nick.
No. Please go ahead.
I was just going to add to that. My European pub story is me and my wife, while we were in the UK, we'd done a big field walk and we walked into a pub to kind of, have a drink for the afternoon and rest up. And it was empty, spare for two guys at the bar. One of them was pretty much a walking stick, and one of them was, I don't know if you've seen the meme, Barry 63, just big fat dude, shaved head. That second guy just looks up at me and says, "You come here for a pint or a fight?" And I say, "Oh, a drink, hopefully." And he then says, "Good, I'm too fat to fight." It was absurd.
Like, why did you offer it?
I don't think he was taking him up on it.
Maybe he was just being polite. Who knows?
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
reading over there.
Maybe he's the tour guide, and if you had said a fight, he'd be like, take out that guy. That guy's ready for a fucking ass kicking.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Good times. All right. Book progress. Yeah. Oh, I got another one for you. Ready? What is a favorite, just terrible movie that you still enjoyed?
Oh, I got plenty.
Yeah.
I'll let the other guys go first, though, because I'll be here for a bit.
Who wants to start?
Rob.
I feel like
I'll go.
Okay. Happy.
My
Get out of here.
It's
Happy
a
Gilmore
good
isn't
movie. Get outta here.
terrible.
Happy Gilmore is awesome.
Kick him out.
Booted. Yeah. Banned. I wish I had a hammer. Ban hammer. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Bad movie that I'll always enjoy is John
Mhm.
Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, but my dad used to work at like a video rental store when he was in high school, and he brought that home one day just because he could pick out a video for rental, and then it just became like a tradition among like him and his brothers and sisters, and he's passed it on down to me and my cousins. So
Nice.
every
would-
single chance we'll get, we'll do like the little sign of respect, and we'll quote the movie and stuff. So
Yes. That is, I mean, who doesn't love to quote a movie?
mhm.
Before we move, yep. Bo, that feels you have a good pick. I gotta say, Bibble here, dudes, where's my dude?
Where's my
And
car?
Dad?
Sweet,
It's a great one.
dude.
Where is it?
Sweet. Oh man, so
good.
terrible.
Oh,
But also, yeah. The Blade.
you know what? They're not bad movies, Brian. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair.
First one
Fair.
especially, great movie.
Aren't they
Whistler
like-
is the best character ever created.
Mhm.
They're doing a new Blade, aren't they? No,
What?
am I making that up? I thought Marvel Studios was going
Yeah,
to do something with Blade.
with
Don't do that to
Mahershala
me.
Ali, I think.
Okay.
Blade 2025 on Marvel.com. Cast, release date, characters.
The funniest comment in a movie, I think, bar none, that I've ever heard was in Expendables when he was like,
Oh,
"Where you
yeah, that's a
been?"
good one.
Wesley Snipes goes, "They got me for tax evasion." You were just like, "Oh, this is like, I can't believe they got him to say that."
Like,
Maybe
yes, they
he
did.
had to get the money so he could pay off the tax.
Oh,
All right. Fair. Blade one great. Ryan Reynolds. Wait, what? Ryan Reynolds was in Blade?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
was in the third one. Awful movie. Horrible.
oh, hey,
Oh,
easy.
wait. Okay. Fake. Easy, buddy. Easy. Man, all right.
Well.
Isaac, you got a particular one? I don't think.
Underworld's like my favorite movie.
Underworld. That's with
good.
Kate Blanchett? Am I thinking of the
So
right thing?
bad.
Yeah. Kate Beckinsale.
I've watched them all many times.
Yeah. And so this came out in 2003, and you were how old at the time?
I don't remember the first time I watched it, but not old enough.
No. Right.
Yeah. And I would say on the thriller side, or on the not fantasy side, it would be Lethal Weapon 4.
Oh,
I mean, wait,
That's
no. I think that's a bad pick because I don't think that's a bad
Yeah.
movie. No,
Well,
no, no.
I don't know if the world would agree, but I'll
X-Men.
take it.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Oh my god, so true. Like,
Karate Kid 2010 release. Was this?
oh,
Who was in
God,
the
yeah, that was
2010?
bad.
Was this Jaden?
It
Jaden
was Jackie
Smith?
Chan and Jaden Smith, and they weren't even doing karate; they were doing kung fu. But I mean, I think
Yeah.
Jackie Chan said he was fine with that as the title, but I don't know, man.
I mean, I was alright with that movie. You didn't like it?
Yeah.
You didn't like it, Jonathan?
I barely remember it, but yeah, I don't know. Like, you go back and you watch the original Karate Kid, that's a tight movie, man. It was really fast, really tight kind of movie. It was great.
Yeah, that's good. It's a classic for a reason. Nobody said Green Lantern. Very true. Very true. I mean, because actually, the premise was a bad movie that you love, and nobody loves Green Lantern. So nobody. Even Ryan Reynolds is like, "You're right. That was a mistake." You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
there's also like no way to make a good Green Lantern movie, all things considered.
No,
There's like
it's
fish that
it's
have
a crazy concept, man.
Oh man, this isn't bad, but now it's a documentary Idiocracy.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't true. You know what I would like? I would take Terry Crews actually either of these turkeys, to be honest. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Just saying.
I like that.
Terry Crews for
Love Terry
president.
Crews.
Right?
He's so
Right?
cool.
Yeah, how fun would he be to hang out with?
Yeah, right.
The best.
He'd be awesome.
Right. Jonathan, terrible movie that you love.
I got a couple.
All right, hit
So-
us.
I was really disappointed when they decided to make it, or remake it recently. But the original Super Mario Bros. Movie is a masterpiece.
Ooh.
It's
It is the most insane mashup of like dystopian cyberpunk and video game adaptation. Like, it feels like there was just an entirely different movie, and then they slapped Mario into it, and somehow it worked.
did it though?
Amazing.
Did it?
It was great. It
I
was
think
awesome.
that's up for debate.
I will
How
die
great
on
would it-
this hill.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
How great
Right.
would it be if every Mario game they replaced the regular Mario voice with Bob Hoskins? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Bob Hoskins blasted out of his mind on booze.
There
yeah,
you go.
exactly.
You know, all right. So that one aside, the new one, I was so sus because I'm like, wait a minute, why do we have like Chris Pratt as Mario? Like, what are we doing with these voices?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not convinced that was the best decision, but the movie I love. The movie overall, I loved it, and I forgot that Chris Pratt, who shouldn't have been Mario, was Mario, and I just enjoyed it, and it felt really like much truer to the source than that nonsense that you love, Jonathan.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys have you seen the new one though?
No, I haven't.
Fair. I mean, I get it, but you know, with kids,
Yeah.
Brian knows.
Yeah,
'cause
you
he's got
guys are
kids.
forced to. You guys are forced to.
Going to try and convince us. Double Dragon was a great movie. All right, go for it, Jonathan.
I haven't actually seen Double Dragon. I knew a guy was really into the game though, but yeah, no, I can't do that. I think my next movie that I was going to try and convince you guys on is, I mean, it's not a bad movie. It is genuinely a good movie, but Demolition Man,
oh, so
Sylvester
good.
Stallone, Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes.
You don't know how to
God,
use the three
that's a great
seashells?
movie. Yeah, I can see how that would be very confusing. And the Sting song at the end. Oh man, that's great. It's a good movie, people.
I'm pretty sure the all
well,
caps means he's agreed. I'm pretty
yes,
sure.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah. I think the next message follows up with that. Obviously, honorable mention to Tommy Wiseau and The Room as well.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
good one.
okay.
Great.
Okay.
Great movie. And then just like any litany of like me and my wife love the really dumb shark or monster movies, like the six-headed shark, where it's just like a shark that's got some heads and
Oh,
uses
yeah.
for them to land like legs. It's so dumb. Oh man, I love that stuff.
That's next level dumb. what I had to. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh god.
Before anything, Ryan Cahill. Just doing it to myself, so I can. Mm-hmm.
That's my last sip. Here we are.
Here we are. Okay, two. The terrible movies.
Mm.
The stupid Borat movies. Did you see the Borat movies? Sacha Baron Cohen. I saw the first one in theaters at an early screening, so nobody knew what to expect. Right?
Wow.
Right? And then imagine there's that scene where he's with his producer in that hotel room, and they're just like, and they start running around the hotel like I think the producer is all buck naked, and he's in that over the shoulder thong, I think,
Yes.
and the whole rest of the theater is like, what the and I'm like, I was just their reactions more than anything just made me laugh so much. It was glorious. Wow. Like Brett.
Oh man, that would have been crazy to experience first time.
Right. So another one. Have any of you seen this movie called Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
Oh yeah. Oh wow. You guys are missing out.
There are so many just dumb things in that movie that made me laugh so much. There's this one scene where like the hero is coming to like save the female character, and she goes, "Chosen one," and he says, "I'm coming," and he gets closer, like, "Chosen one, I'm coming," and then like back to her, "Chosen one," and he's further away, "I'm coming." Like, I just kept doing that over and over. It was like, that's kind of the level of comedy. That was just an hour and a half of that bullshit, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It was a delight. I think Ain is agreeing with me here. I think, not quite sure.
He's agreeing with all of us. Yeah.
Drone dude, I think doesn't agree about the Borat. Oh yeah, well, I'll tell you, it was crickets with that scene. It was after the disgust went away. It was crickets.
You know what's funny? I remember, like, I have a specific memory of Borat, and
yes,
I think I saw Borat on an illegally downloaded copy. Like, I was on like a trip, and one of my friends was like, "Let's watch this." I downloaded it, burned it to this DVD. I was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah,
it was mind blowing.
Bootleg Borat. Wow. I appreciate it. Good stuff.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, no. But you're watching the bootleg Borat. That's added to the experience. You know, you feel like you're like already kind of doing something you shouldn't be, and then he's like, "Oh, Kazakhstan, #1 exporter of potassium." Like, this is perfect. This is what I need. Kung Pao is amazing. My man, he knows. So dumb, but so good. All right, gentlemen, we've been bullshitting for a little over an hour. I'm a bullshitter. What can I say? I'm out of topics. Is there anything else you want to cover and BS about? Any prepared questions that any of you had? Anything? All right, then we'll transfer over to not bullshit for a little bit. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I think he's talking about the movie. I thought he was saying that I'm a bullshitter. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
So how's the writing going, guys? Isaac, you got a book coming out real soon. We should mention that again. The Dragon Legion with absolutely no dragons.
No dragons.
But I love your pitch above Braveheart plus the French Legion. Like, I mean, I'm definitely getting vibes just from that alone, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because I part of me forgot that one of the features of the book is it's a legion of criminals. And so there's some unanswered questions in that. And I wrote it, and then I kind of forgot, wait a minute, these people are all criminals. And so as I was going through it, I was like, oh yeah, they're not all the best people. But I got some comments like, "Why are they criminals?" I'm like, to be honest, I like the French Foreign Legion. And I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, so I recently learned that about the French Foreign Legion. I guess when you join, they essentially like sort of erase your identity, and it's like starting over in life. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. They give you a new name, a French passport if you finish the whole bit.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. The Dragon Legion. It's Game of Thrones if George R.R. Martin actually completed it. Oh,
I'll take it.
Nice.
except of course, Dragon Legion is not done. This is book 1 of a trilogy, I think, right?
Yeah, we'll call it a
Look,
trilogy.
it also means you're aiming to tell the story in a reasonable amount of time.
Yes,
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair. And actually, the one thing that I haven't really like publicized very much is it's a generational story about the Sunborn family. So it's not going to be chronological for each person. It's going to skip generations.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's it.
I like that.
So, no, I guess never mind. I was going to make a bad comparison. Sounds fun, man. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
What's the release date again, the specific date? Can you remind our audience?
It is May 14th.
May 14th. And pre-orders are available now?
Yeah, the Kindle store pre-order is available now.
There we go.
Nice.
So, Rob, after people are spending 400 pages walking around in the dark, at some point they figure out what's going on, right? Right?
Yes.
Just say
Yes,
no.
and so after that, there will be. Well, no, some figure it out, some may not. But there will be 2 more books in the Pathlighter trilogy. Working on book 2 right now, and then also we'll be putting out a standalone novella later this year called "Performances of the Death Bard." If you enjoy stuff like The Witcher, D&D, Metalocalypse, you'll have a fun time with it. It's out to beta readers right now, and I'm getting some really good feedback, so I'm excited for it.
You know what I enjoy, Rob? You know what I enjoy?
Some coffee.
Coffee from the hills of Colombia.
Absolutely. I actually, just in case we brought up Death Clock, I actually like found an old CD at like a used music store or something. So I've been listening to them nonstop in the car, probably frightening everyone I pull up next to a stoplight with. But
what is going on over there? Is he all right?
exactly. It's funny. One time I did pull up to a stoplight when I was listening to like Slipknot or something like really heavy, and I turned it down because it's a respectful thing to do when you're at a stoplight next to somebody. But there was this lady in a Suburban parked across from me, and she's like, "You're going to hell for listening to that." And I'm like, "They better have a good mosh pit down there or something." But like, just sped off, and I'm like, "Okay, well, happy Thursday to you too."
Yeah. What a Karen. What
It's just weird how people get into other people's business, right?
Yeah. Your Suburban's a piece of crap, lady. Be choke on your lunch. Anyway. Damn hooligan. Yeah. But the death metal bard novella is all I want in this world. Well, good news, buddy. Good news, Dave.
I got
you. Do you have an official release date, or you haven't totally set it yet?
I haven't totally said it yet. I'm not rushing anything. I think the most counterproductive thing that I can do to myself at this point is set hard deadlines. So
totally fair. But we definitely expect it sometime this year.
Yep. Hoping for Halloween at the latest.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And wasn't even gonna try to nail you down that hard. Just so this year.
Oh yeah, no worries.
It's coming, Dave. It's coming, man. It's coming.
It'll come when it's ready.
And it's really good.
Got you.
So there's that.
Yeah.
You would save her a spot. Oh, that's good, Bo. Just save that, Karen. At the some people kind of suck. It's true, but not these folks. Not you, fine folks. You're awesome. All right. Before we get into Jonathan and what you're writing and whatnot, Rob, we were talking a little bit. You're working on Pathlighter 2, and presumably they're not stumbling around in the dark quite so much anymore. But tell us, a little bit about like the process now. We've BS'd a lot. Let's have a little bit of a serious moment. Some of the process of writing the book is it's a little challenging these days, right?
Yeah, finding the time is definitely a thing, but we all do that. We all make some sacrifices to find some time, and that's what I'm doing too. And it's balancing out pretty well. Secondly, the process of writing this book as opposed to the first one is just kind of it's a different one. The first book was very much an adventure, kind of like my homage to like Fellowship or the Odyssey. And the second one really opens up the world a little bit more, gives you more points of view, and people might get split up or something a little bit. So experiencing the challenges with that, but it's a fun challenge. So I'm really liking it. I'm excited to see where the story goes.
It's really cool. Love that. Yeah, I like the idea too of like opening it up, but waiting kind of for book 2 to kind of do that. Jonathan, you've written the book 2, You're like,
man. It's technically 2 now. So
right?
yeah, the writing update. So that is the book 2 in question. I'm about 20,000 words into the sequel for it already for the first draft of that. So we're still going there. But meanwhile, the book 2 of this, which is like the other series that's set 30 years after that one I just showed you, they're all interlocking. So there's secrets in there. That's written. It's currently with an editor. I should be getting the edits back hopefully next week. I'm aiming for an August release date. We'll see what happens. But the cover reveal is coming next month. So keep your eyes out. And if anyone wants to help with cover reveal stuff, I'm definitely going to be game to jump in with you there. But yeah, it's been pretty intense because like I'm swapping between these huge overarching narratives and trying to keep them from getting too overlapped in my head, and trying to make sure I also don't paint myself into a corner with like the continuity of everything as well. So I know we was having a bit of chat in the Academy Now Discord before about like writing 2 series at once. It is fun, but geez, it's complicated.
Yeah, I could see that. Even it's good that they're in the same world, though. I can't imagine like trying to do it in a completely different world.
2 different ones?
You know?
No, wouldn't try it. It's too crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, any down to do stuff with you too, man. I'm keen.
Nice. Yeah. I bet you'd be happy to also work with Bo or Christopher Navo or Bibble or Mike and Ro. Any of those folks want to help out with
totally. I got to reach out to those guys. I got to get off my ass.
Right. That's really cool.
Yeah, man. Nick, what are you working on, dude?
Yeah.
How much time do you have? No.
All night.
I don't know. Yeah, I got some time. Tell me about it.
Well, briefly, I was going to ask Jonathan, who's running faster right now, you or Sando? I think you might be giving him a run for your money.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Depends. I think Sando has the entire production facility behind him. It's like, I know I read a thing. He's got like 30 people running everything else in the business for him, just so he can just sit down and write forever, which is crazy. I hope to get there one day, but geez, seems intense, man. I don't know how his fingers do it.
You could also go the Michael J. Sullivan route and just have your wife start working for you for all your book stuff. I mean, seems to work out for him.
Yeah, that'd be handy.
Yeah, right. Go tell the wife, I'm like, hey, stop everything. Learn the book business. Do my marketing. Please and thank you.
Yeah.
That'll go over well, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been an enormous help so far, but yeah, like, geez, like, there's just so much stuff to cover all the time, isn't there?
Yeah. So, yeah, well, I don't know. How much do you guys want to know about what I'm working on? Everything? Or just
anything
just
you
the
feel
tip?
like sharing, man, go for it.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
So I'm working on writing a book.
Nice.
Just kidding.
Tell us more about it.
Yeah. Well, technically, this is actually like the 3rd book that I'm writing. So 11 or something years ago, I wrote this very ugly book very, very ugly book. And at the time I thought, like, I mean, don't judge a book by its cover. So then I made this terrible cover with the Amazon book cover generator, and don't do that. Pro tip, don't do that. But that one, you know, is a historical fiction coming of age story that I wrote when I was younger than Caden. Ha! But it, you know, at the time it was very much me like trying to kind of figure, like, do my own coming of age, and then I'm like, let me wrap up a story around it, which was kind of fun. But definitely what I want to write now is science fiction and fantasy. So then I wrote like another book, and I have a draft-ish. It's very rough, and I needed some time away to figure out how to make some things work. But that book, I've talked about the title of that before. That one's called How to Pee in Zero G. And right, it is a like a near future science fiction adventure, trying to make it a little bit like hard sci-fi, but not like you know, trying to get off planet Mars, but set in our solar system. And so the whole genesis of that idea was that I read some writing advice somewhere where they said if you make your main character like a fish out of water, then the main character gets to, you know, get introduced to the world along with the reader. And I was like, great advice. I love that. I'm going to make a science fiction story set in our, you know, our solar system that's like hard sci-fi with a guy that's Amish.
Yeah, cool.
That's great.
Right. So like, yeah, since then it's like I kind of adjusted a little bit in that, like, I decided that he's from the congregation because then I get creative liberty to do whatever I want with it. But like, kind of, you know, the idea was sort of Amish. And then like one of the early like inciting incidents that happens is that he's starting to try to get out in the world, and someone kind of approaches him to do a full body scan, and he's like, this is weird, what is this? And the bartender has kind of been like, you know, fuck it, I'd do it. So he signs these documents that's like a huge terms of service that nobody actually reads, but he clicks the button and like he accepts doing this full body scan, and now his likeness can be used in anything. Wink wink, you know. But he gets paid for every time his likeness is used in all the anything. So he's suddenly like rich, and he's able to go travel around the solar system and do all these fun things. But also he's having to grapple with now being like a well-known star of all sorts of media.
It's the most famous face ever. Yeah,
he pretty much is, because he has like this unique look of actually being like this sort of like Amish dude with real muscles, whereas everyone else is, you know, anyway. So
yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, hijinks ensue. He goes around the solar system and tries to do fun stuff, and but that's actually not the book that's going to come out next. That's just the second book that I wrote, and I felt like telling you about that. That one's sort of on like hiatus, and I need to come back to it to make, because so like the part where he's doing hijinks, talking about things that are hard to write, and like there's not really like a goal for the main character. Then he's just out for like a good time, not a long time, you know. So it doesn't feel like, you know, Sandoz promises progress and payoff. It doesn't feel like there's any progress towards anything. So I realized that, and after lots of consideration, what I'm going to do to make it all work is to have the antagonist feel like he's closing in on the protagonist along the way. So the protagonist is out doing his adventure, but then you're like, oh, is the antagonist like around the corner? Like, what's going to happen? You know, and that should, I think, carry you through it. So, but
yeah,
I got to make that work, you know? So I went through that, and I wrote that draft, and I was, oh, go ahead. Did you want to sing my praises? That's fine. I should give you time for that.
Well, no, I was gonna sing your praises for kind of doing it and stuff. That's awesome. I was just gonna say, like, the fish out of water character thing, like, it is a really fun way to explore the world. But I remember, like, the first Hythera book, the Hythera Redux, it's a lot like that. It's really hard to make the characters stick to the story if they are a fish out of water. So, like, you know, if you can overcome that challenge, that's awesome, man.
That's a really good point. That's interesting. Yeah. Well,
what's your bad pitch, Nick?
Oh, for that book?
Yeah.
The ultimate Rumspringer.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Or your current.
Trying to make it bad. Like, you know, I don't know, like young guy explores solar system. You know?
Kind of Lukey, you know?
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll see if I can make it worse. I don't know.
No, I liked it.
Yeah, fun. Okay. All right. So anyway, like I wrote the draft on that book, and about like I finished it around like a year-ish ago now ish,
Mm.
and I was like, I like a lot of this, but I don't know how to make that work, especially that middle part where I didn't feel like there was a lot of progress. And then I started thinking, what if I just wrote like a book that I know how to make it work? What if I wrote like a science fantasy adventure that's just a 3-act structure, and in fact I'll make it a trilogy, but within the trilogy I'll make that sort of a 3-act structure because that's I think how you do trilogy, you know. And sort of give it like actually the main character is very loosely based on of a guy that I used to play video games with, but he was a Marine Corps veteran that fought in Somalia when in like the Black Hawk Down movie. He was there, you know.
Wow.
And yeah, but he's a trip. Like we would play video games and he would just be like the silliest, like kind of, well, silly's maybe I don't know. He was funny, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be perfect for my main character, and add some elements from some other stuff I like. So this one's a science fantasy adventure with some progression fantasy elements too. So I don't know if you've heard of this progression fantasy subgenre. Have you guys? A little bit.
Yeah,
I've heard it mentioned.
Yeah. So the idea, it's sort of like adjacent to lit RPG, like RPG games, literary. But like lit RPG really has like, it seems like the difference in a large way is that a lit RPG will sort of really be in your face with like the menus and the stats and that sort of thing, and like it's very clear that, oh, this person is like, went from level 1 to level 2 by like doing this thing and whatever. Whereas progression fantasy has some of that same sort of thing, but like the stats and whatever aren't quite as like in your face, but there are pretty clear levels, right? There's a progression that's very, very clear and obvious. And, like someone that's weak or like new to this like level system is not going to have a chance over someone that's very advanced, but hopefully, the character is advancing. That's progression fantasy. If you haven't read the Cradle books by Will White, they're sort of like the most recommended progression fantasy. And you're ever bored and you want like a tub of popcorn and like an action movie or like a Dragon Ball or whatever in a book form, that's what that is, popcorn.
Nice.
Delightful.
Nice.
So that was kind of the vibe that I'm shooting for. And I've heard like from very early readers of some like early chapters, they've said that they get like some Mandalorian vibes from the beginning, or like the main character is a little bit like Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, but a little bit more wizened. And I'm like, super happy, right?
That's cool, man. Yeah,
that's really awesome.
Yep. Well, thank you. Yeah. So that's just hoping to gonna do something a little bit different than the rest of y'all. I'm pretty much gonna spend a year giving the book away for free.
Nice. Wow. Hey, it's cool.
So in this progression fantasy space, especially, there's a website called Royal Road. And so it's a website just of like serialized fiction, right? And people post their serialized fiction there. Like pretty common to post like a small chapter, like up to 3 times a week, right? But the small chapters we're talking like around 2,000 words, but there's some different folks that have seen a lot of success in posting. You post first on Royal Road, and then you post at the same time, but with more advanced chapters onto Patreon, and people can pay a little bit and get advanced chapters of your story. And then once the book has been available on those platforms for a while, on Royal Road, they call it stubbing it out. So you kind of leave like a stub, a little introduction of the book, and then you say, hey, if you want to read the rest, I've now put it on Amazon, and I have to, it has to be stubbed out for be available on Kindle Unlimited, But and I think honestly, especially after talking with ZS Diamante, when I'm ready to go that route, I think I might as well do a Kickstarter before I put it on Amazon too, because like the way that he's doing it, it's like, why not? You're kind of just doing all the same work,
Dude, he's doing such good Kickstarters.
Yeah.
I listened to Joe Solari talk about that recently on his podcast, and then coupled with the comment about Z is like why wouldn't you use these tools that we have that we know draw audience, and then
Yeah.
give you those opportunities?
Right. Right. So, yeah. Hopeful later this year start posting on Royal Road, and then like, in an ideal world, it'll be like book 1 will be kind of done and metering out on Royal Road and Patreon, and then have like a short break between book 1 and book 2, and hopefully be able to kind of just keep it going right into book 2. But then after book 1's kind of like a year after I start posting it, that'll be the time to kind of stub it out and then do a Kickstarter and then roll it into Amazon and Kindle Unlimited right after. That's the plan.
That's super exciting. And so, like, are you thinking like you'll do the full like first draft on there, or are you thinking like you'll have like a fully edited, polished product to start releasing chapter by chapter serialized?
That is a great question. So Royal Road, a lot of what's posted there is sort of rougher first draft kind of material, so
Right.
that audience is accepting of that, right? But I'm at least going to do like my own editing passes, and like I have a in-person writing group that I've been getting together with for like 2 years, and they're a wonderful critique group for me at this point. So I definitely at least want their feedback. I'm debating a little bit if I want to try to squeeze in a professional edit before I start posting on Royal Road, or if I want to do that kind of after, before I do the Kickstarter and the Amazon. Because what I will do when I do it is my intention to do a little bit more editing before I do the Kickstarter and the Amazon. And like part of what I think could be fun on the Kickstarter is like, hey, if you're going to buy the ebook, you're going to get like kind of the Royal Road edition. That's exactly as I posted on Royal Road, but then also this other edited version, so that if there's something in my edited version where you're like, oh, I fucked this up, then you still have the other version that like you read before, if you read it on Royal Road and now you wanted to buy it in EPUB, but then I'll bundle the two, but make it kind of the same, I don't know, $8 or whatever that I was going to charge for the ebook anyway, That's my thinking.
That's exciting. I can't wait to read it.
Solid.
Well, thank you. Yeah, just we'll see how it all goes. I think like what I like about the plan though is like I feel like it's a lot of win-wins for everyone. Like if you want to read the story for free, you can on Royal Road.
Just got to get in early,
right? Yeah. True. Well, but even down the road, I'll have it available on Kindle Unlimited, which isn't like free because you need the subscription, but it's not. But then, so hopefully I'm getting eyeballs on Royal Road, and then I'll go and post it on Kickstarter, and I'll try to make some exclusive fun stuff, like probably do signed hardcovers the way ZS Diamante is doing, but also like maybe something like either like a little. There's points in my story where my character, rather than just thinking, I did this. Well, actually, I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, yeah, it's more fun if you read it, I think. But anyway, yes, we like the Kickstarter have some little items I have in mind that I think could be fun. And then of course, bring it out on Amazon and try to, get that audience too. So, but I think there's a lot of like wins in sort of doing this way. Just. Hopefully.
Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. I'm not sure how to segue into anything right now.
You run out of gas.
Right. Those
Engine's
are my
knocking.
opinions. Yep.
Nice,
You
man.
should have this like elevator music like cued and ready to go.
Oh
Like,
man.
Oh yeah,
Click.
Jeopardy music or
Yep. Right. Maybe this one.
Yeah.
No, that's.
Dude, yeah, it's not elevated.
or just Star Spangled Banner. Just start roaring.
There we go. That.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch Craig Ferguson, his late night show? No.
Never caught it.
You might actually be too young for it, Rob, because he stopped like.
Yeah.
Anyway, sometimes he ended. He's like, "So what do you want to do?" And he talked to the guest. You want to end with an awkward pause? And they'd be like, "Yeah," and they'd just be like, So anyway, yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh no, not that one. Fuck. God damn.
Ah!
That's our awkward pause music.
That was close enough to the intro
Yep.
music to
Yeah.
Goldeneye.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Full circle.
Oh, to Goldeneye. Oh, this one. Yeah. That one is such a bop, right? I've just listened to that one for fun. Anyway,
It's a bop, but it's no like Slack huddle music.
no.
I don't know if anyone uses Slack for work, but
Yeah, but I'd almost never use the huddles. Anyway, any closing thoughts besides tell everyone to go buy your book?
No, that's what I was going to say. So read my mind.
buy my book.
Buy my book.
Everyone, watch out for Dragon Legion coming in a couple weeks here.
Yeah, and pre-order his book. You can buy it now too. You don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for joking around with us. I had fun. Hopefully everyone had fun. And if no one sold you today,
Yeah.
you're an absolute legend.